celebrating his just unbelievable season. It's great to have him hitting the top, giving that extra shot, and part of that whole thing too is D. Gordon being humble enough to go down hitting the 9-hole to give D that extra shot. So I mean, give D a lot of credit. It's kind of the kind of team we have. How these guys all bond together and willing to do things for each other. So that was a great moment today, and it was fun being in the dugout every time he came up. I'm wondering if this was going to be the swing, but can't take away from what a tremendous year he had. Fast. It was fast. It's the amount of respect I have for Donnie and all the managers that I've played for. It actually grew today to seeing what goes on through your brain when you're sitting there and you're juggling scenarios and you're juggling options. And fortunately, I got a lot of good options, and there's a lot of good places to go. Give the Braves credit; they put some big swings on those home runs. The ones with 2-run, 3-run home runs. Those are the ones that kill you. So. Hats off to them for a big win for them finishing their season, and some guys had some good days for us too. Yeah, Despaigne did a great job going out and kind of locking him back in, and Hosey, another guy, just an unbelievable year. The way he finished things off, kind of a guy who didn't really know what he was going to be doing in spring training, starting swingman on the team, not on the team, for him to come and become basically our most effective starter. The last 3 quarters of the year. Can't say enough about him and his growth and his maturity, and he's just going to be a solid staple, a major league pitcher for the foreseeable future, and it's a credit to him and how hard he's worked.
Not one thing, just try to win it instead of,
What's that? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it was a great exercise, a great challenge. It's fun to be out there. I've got an expert degree now in 7 or 8 years of second guessing Donnie from the side. So I felt like I was better than I was prepared for, but I had a great time, and it was great to sit with Martine sitting next to me and Despaigne, and I didn't do it. I had some help behind me, so I had some safety nets and Donnie and Tim Wallach and Juan Nieves out there. Kind of helping me out as well. So it was a great experience. Hopefully next year, we're in a position where those last games are getting ready, geared up for a playoff game, and not kind of a exhibition type setting like it was today. He's just such a dynamic player. It's both sides of the ball. I don't think he gets enough credit for the work he does defensively as well, and the work Perry Hill's done with him since I saw him with L.A. coming over and getting to play with him again. That was the biggest thing that shocked me at first, was just how much he had grown defensively, and just what a rock-solid Gold Glove defender he's been. Been that guy at the top of the lineup who's kind of been our catalyst. 200 hits, 60 stolen bases, another stolen base crown. Just kind of reminding everybody again that this guy's a top-tier offensive second baseman and now defensive second baseman who can impact the game in a lot of different ways.
Hey, he was great. I don't have to do anything,
all right,
do I?
Guys.
He already summed us up. Away, Jay. Obviously, a lot of good things happened. We talked about it a lot. Probably the first game of the series. You look at our club. We had 2 guys that you really should be in consideration for the MVP. AJ talks about D with the kind of year he's had. Didn't really say much about Realmuto. His year was a solid year. Yelly, so you're seeing all these good offensive years, and we still are not where we need to be. So we see a lot of individual accomplishment. I think a little disappointing for us, for the guys and for myself, that we've kind of gotten close, and it's not like last game of the season, game on the line, season on the line close, but we've been in contention and not really been able to break through that. That is disappointing, but I still feel like you're at a point with a group of guys that you're still trying to teach and to grow and keep pushing the game forward on how they play it and how we go about it. So, I mean, I know I feel good about the effort that what we're trying to push and what we're trying to get to. Just disappointment in the outcome, in the last couple of years. I'm not sure exactly when, but I do expect to at some point. Obviously, you're going to want to talk about where we're going, and I think I think at the end of the game today, it was a lot of truly like it was different than last year because it felt like there was a lot more uncertainty and more goodbyes and like you don't know what's going to happen, and so it's a little different. Obviously, everything's going to be in some way different moving forward, and so you look forward to that. You just don't know what that is, and so I'm sure we're going to get a chance to talk about that over the next whatever time frame. I'm not really worried about the time frame, but I'm sure that the new group, once it's in place, will it's hit the ground running. It's for the on-field staff and people that are working the dugout and in that clubhouse every day. This is your work. The off season becomes more of you're involved, but it's a front office time that they're building a team, putting it together. You love having input and having being part of that, but it truly is. It's where the front office puts the club together and sets the direction of where your team is going to go. So, this will be, I'm sure, a different, busy off season, and we're going to see the direction that we want to go.